Hello everyone, to a little clip dating back to 2019 about Dux Britanniarum. And back then I joined the campaign. I ended second in the end, lasted more than a year. But to be honest, I didn't like the rule set by two fat lardies that much. This is a result that I haven't been declaring raids for months now and only play when forced to, because when people attack me, and recently I'm turning those games into non-fights, withdrawing from the field after the whole process of setting up and such has been done, generally making it a non-game, even though I declared this in front that I don't want to play it anymore. And the reason? The rules. Well, I'm not gonna say they suck, but they were just not up my alley. Well, even though I can say they suck, because historical players always say that about GW rules, which are sometimes correct. And I think it's not obliged to be a Two Fat Lardies fanboy either, because of the same reasons. They make okay rules, but I'm not declaring them the new coming of Christ kind of rules. And let me enlighten my standpoint on them with some examples. It might be that this is how they interpret the rules at the club, but it makes for a really blech experience for me on the table. And the first example is from a game. My opponent had a unit of 20 something wide, and I managed to get units on both the flanks in a reasonable charge range. The card for the unit on the left falls and they charge in. Now, according to the rules, the attacked unit now lines up, but this means it suddenly careens on its flank point and the 20 plus unit now goes on its side, making it only 2 figure wide. This means it suddenly shortened almost by 10 inches and gets out of charge range should the other card for the other unit fall. So let alone if they actually win and get even further away should my unit be pushed back in pursuit. So that was a bit like, what? And that brings me, the actions don't happen at the same time, it seems, and that brings me to the second and even bigger gripe I have with the rules, and that's the totally random manner of unit activation. And no, not the fog of war or chaos on the battlefield, blah blahs can convince me otherwise. It's not that they were fighting in the clouds of gun smoke. It's medieval Dark Ages after all. It happened that I maneuvered my cavalry into a good charge position, when at the end of the turn my opponent's cavalry card came. His horses sadly move away, and turns around to prevent a back charge, but I would need a far above charge roll now to charge his horses. And the deck gets shuffled, and hopla, there's his cavalry card again. He plays a card with DM, plus 1 dice for a move card, and that one that makes it easier with his shock cavalry, which was doomed after 4 rounds of careful movement on my part, now thunders forward and totally flattens mine. So the randomness for me totally takes out the tactical thinking part of the game in the movement phase. So mind you, in the movement phase, and degrades the game to nothing more than pray you come first and charge in everywhere as a headless chicken. So heck to say that in 40k terms, even Khorne Berserkers have more tactical insight in a battle. So yes, these two examples have seriously caused me to dislike the rule set, and I am praying that the campaign was over for me as soon as possible. In the end, well, I lost until the very end, of course. But I will not even in a... Yeah, I didn't even want any of the top spots to play in the 8-man multiplayer challenge for the win, so don't get me wrong, I see a lot of people having a good time in the campaign and with the rules and everything, but it's just not my personal cup of tea in both the style of how the games are able to be selected or how the rule mechanics work. The campaign as it is well thought out by the organizer, but it's just not a place to be for a player who dissects his opponent's armies and tactics in order to get an upper hand, only to have everything screwed over by just pure uninterruptible or uninfluenceable randomness. So the opportunity fire in Future War Command, for example, is a good thing of how to try and do something on your opponent's turn at a cost in your own turn, but with this there's just no bad point for your opponent if he just draws a card, right? So yeah, that was a bit of my feelings of Dux Britanniarum. It's a clean rule set, it's well written, but it's just not my cup of tea. So, well, thanks for watching. And I hope I see you back for next Throwback Thursday. Next Thursday. Bye-bye and take care. For watching this video, and if you want to support me, check out the link tree above for all my channels so you can have a look there, or my affiliate links, so there's a little kickback to the channel for more content, and if you really like, you can always buy me a coffee. Thanks and bye-bye.